Hey, what's up guys? The ranked 24 player in the world has built a deck to take full advantage of the new balance changes. Furnace and Evolved Furnace now die to poison, allowing the buffed minions with their increased range to be a serious pain to anyone that plays against them. They'll latch onto precious ranged units and towers easier than ever before, especially when you have Skeleton Barrel and Miners to tank. And opponents that will waste their spells on Skeleton Barrels and Furnaces so your minion horde can truly thrive. By eradicating opponents' Furnaces with Miners and Poisons, your minion horde will feel like the most monstrous card in the game. It's time to play Despicable Minions and assert dominance. And massive minion love to everyone supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. Yo, this guy's ranked 90 in the world. Let's go. First game of the day for the video, and we're going to be playing against someone super strong. Usually, whenever we see the new cards after the balance changes, they take a while to respond, but fortunately, they did nerf Furnace to the point it dies to Poison. It does not die to Fireball, though, so just keep that in mind that you have to be playing Poison, and that's why this deck runs Poison, to clobber all the Furnaces in the game. So I'm going to Miner, and I'm also going to go for Skeleton Barrel on the other side. We'll see if we can switch him up and swerve him. Notice how we forced out a Valkyrie, and that did not go as planned, because unfortunately, he had Tornado with Mortar and Valkyrie. That was not something that I've ever seen before, at least on a regular basis. We're going to go and chuck a Furnace at him because I'm confident that we will be able to kill the Valkyrie and get counter-pushing Fire Spirit, so that's decent for me. What? One counter-pushing Fire Spirit, and the Furnace died. That was not how it was supposed to go down at all. All right, you know what? That's fine. I'm not tilted. You're tilted, game. If I can go in for a minion horde here and marvelously get some Marvin the minions on the tower, that would be awesome, but unfortunately, bro has Ice Wizard. Oh, wait. No, we're chill like that. Okay, we're currently winning the game. Not by a lot, but it is something, and we'll take that. I am going to go for a Skeleton Barrel to be sly with it, because that's going to be a 2 elixir Skeleton Barrel instead of 3, because we eat that Ice Spirit 1 elixir like a snack. And generally, whenever I play a deck, I'm trying to cycle the evolution cards. Wow, I was going to say evolved cards, and I was going to say evolution, and then I mixed it up. But yeah, you want the evolution, just not the slurred bad way I said it there with miscommunication. You want to be spamming your evolution cards as much as you can. I did it again. I can't say evolution. It's going to become a meme right now, guys. I don't know how to say English. All right, we're going to Poison here, and we have the Furnace giving us value as well. So it's getting really hot in this game for this top 200 or top 90 player in the world. Anyway, I can definitely minion horde right now if the Ice Wizard dies and then going for a Miner. And it's going to put him in a pretty perilous position where he has to defend against our minion horde, but also at the same time, he doesn't want the minions to get on top of the mortar, so there is that. I can get another mortar down defensively just so his mortar locks onto that instead of my tower. I just wasn't feeling safe, so I had to start feeling safe, my dudes. All right, our mortar counter will be our own mortar, which is kind of funny. Anyway, our Furnace might even die here, and it does, but fortunately his mortar just dies too. That's interesting how that works. If he Ice Wizards on this, I'm going to feel so sad at different levels that I can't even describe. We're going to log and go in for a Berserker while we take multiple mortar shots in the face. Fine though, guys. It's always calculated out here. We got the Evolved Skeleton Barrel. I do think our deck is definitely better than his. I just don't know if we're going to be able to win. The thing is, he's going to have multiple spells. He's going to have like the Valkyrie. He'll also have Log. He's also going to end up having Tornado. My man's annoying with it. All right, Ice Spirit, just jump on the Furnace. Please, just jump on the Furnace. No one loves you. Good job. That's what we wanted to see. Wait, the Ice Wizard on the wrong side. Let's just go Minion Horde Miner yet again. Let's run it back. I wonder if this guy is recognizing the full power of the minion horde. I think it might just lock tower. Like a lot of them will definitely lock tower. So we got our stripes out here, and we are stripping down that tower all the way down to 0. Riku. I really wanted to say Raikou, and I was like, yo, you got thunderbolted, but we can just imagine he's a Raikou. We're going to put the extra letters in his name and put him to shame as we destroy a top 90 player in the world. Just look at that guy's banner. He got absolutely annihilated by Minion Horde because even after the buff, people are not expecting it. Somehow we broke through an Ice Wizard, Tornado, and an Ice Spirit without any problems. This guy's got Dagger Duchess after the nerf. Let's see how bad that card is now. Wow, okay, I guess we are playing a Sparky player still. So I'm going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel on the right side and try to evade the Sparky as much as possible. I don't want to have him print spell value on me all day. He's going to have Snowball, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, the Furnace will not be able to do that much damage, but it does get a Fire Spear connected on the Sparky and the tower. The beautiful thing is I have the Goblin Giant more so isolated, so we should be able to get right on top of the Sparky and finish it off with the Minion Horde. I don't think you have arrows. Let's go. 90% of the players that are running Sparky plus Snowball have Lightning, if I had to guess. So that's just something that I anticipated and, you know, worked out really well for us. Also, poison does fully finish off a furnace if you guys are unaware. If I am able to hit the furnace, then it's gonna die. If I slightly whiff it, maybe one fire spirit and the furnace will stay alive, then I'm just like sad sitting in a corner, sulking as I see the furnace from the fire spirits and all the assortment of little spawners just jump on top of my minion horde and as I lose the game. And that's just not a fun feeling. So don't miss your furnaces with the poison. Never miss that, or it's game ending damage. Also, I hope the fire spirit jumps. Damn, sometimes the sparky just decides to like not hit it. It's very funny when that happens. Or it whiffs the fire spirit that it jumps onto the sparky. Oh, it's such a unbelievably, I don't know, just card that's kind of uncertain. You can't expect it to do much. I'm not going to go minion horde here. I'm just going to sack the berserker. I'm sorry, berserker. You stood in the face of a sparky and you remain strong. So I'm going to go for furnaces pretty much into that and expect him to lightning, and that's okay. If he lightnings, it's going to be a bad trade for him, and it's going to kill the furnace, but also at the same time, I'm kind of happy with our ability to go in for a minion horde here and anticipate that he'll probably have to snowball on top of the skeletons as well. I mean, more often than not, we'll get good trades. Also, I'm pretty confident about his evolved furnace just not being anywhere nearby, so my furnace is definitely a lot better. I think the regular furnace is way weaker than it was before. Like after the nerf, it did impact furnace and the evolved furnace, but the evolved furnace is still very strong, whereas the regular one isn't at the same level at all. Anyway, we can go for a minion horde here. Expect him to try to drop a spell. If he drops a snowball, he just automatically loses. Even if he goes in for a snowball right now, he has to pair it with something else. He has to go for an evolved furnace on the wrong side. Let's go. That's the wrong number. All right, easy poison value on the furnace and the hunter. Let's lock in right now, guys. Hell yeah. You know what I can do is I can go for a skeleton barrel, have it explode, and then have it on top of the sparky so the sparky might die. This could be big brain. This could be big brain if it works out. Okay, we're hitting the sparky from all sides. Let's get it. Also, we got another furnace in store, so we're going to have a lot more from where that came from. I definitely do want to go in for a log just to knock away the barbarian. And I think I can just chuck a mortar at him. As weird as this sounds, it might be the right play. All I have to do is drop a berserker on the dark prince so it doesn't charge, and then I can go in for a miner. I'm pretty confident berserker solos the dark prince all by herself. Let's get it. Mortar on the tower and a poison plus the miner. I think we're going to lock in a W here with one more mortar shot. I think we have him very soon. So I'm going to go in for a log, and then I think that takes. So GG. We got him. We got a locked-in dominant W against the Sparky deck with the Dagger Duchess, because Dagger Duchess just isn't that good of a defensive answer for bait cards anymore. She loses her ammo, she doesn't fire as fast, and they just nerfed her down to dumpster status. Okay, so this guy got the Furnace banner. Obviously, he might be playing Evolved Furnace if he has it unlocked, and he is proudly displaying it in front and center. So we'll see what he's going to be playing. Oh, Suspicious Bush. It means one of two things. A Dark Goblin deck that's really obnoxious with a fast cycle, or Homie is going to be playing something a bit more adventurous with Royal Recruits. In either situation, it's important for us to navigate away from that cannon with our Skeleton Barrel and be a sneaky sly sir and move off to the side, and then just cycle our evolutions as much as we possibly can. Okay, so that's a princess. That's interesting. I do think with Ice Wizard and Princess out of cycle, it's our time to shine with our minion horde. And you guys might laugh at me for this, but I am absolutely all in this guy. It needs to be done for maximum fun. No poison, no princess. Got Furnace, though. I don't think the Fire Spirits clean up all the minions. They should stay alive for quite a while, and he's going to lose so much damage. Dude lost his freaking Furnace, too. I think it's game. I think it's actually just over. That's the beautiful reality that you have when you play Minion Horde. The opponent cycles one card incorrectly. The minions got buffed, and it is so tough to defend this thing. We might have made this man an angry, agitated Andy because we took 2 towers and incinerated any chance of a comeback. Even if you took a tower, you were not getting near my second, sir. I'm not gonna lie, I was poised to 3-crown you if I had a bit more of a Furnace buildup. So we got a game against a Sir, apparently. Well, he's missing the eye, but I'll give him it. I'll give him it. He's gonna give us some laughter as well, so I gotta give him some kisses and let him know that I need to have the right card cycle here before he diabolically drops his Hog Rider right into me without my mortaring cycle. That's awful. So poison arrows does kill, but a lot of times when people overextend and drop arrows, then you just tell them, like, you can't do that. It's difficult for people to understand that if they take such a bad trade, it is going to haunt them in their nightmares. Obviously, Minion Horde staying alive here is going to give us a lot of damage. Look at how big of a difference the minions are. Look at how far they are from the tower. After the range buff, they're really darn good. And especially Minion Horde, when you're forcing out arrows with a Skeleton Barrel, or I guess Furnace, as you guys saw, because people are using Fireball plus Log or Fireball plus arrows to clean up the Furnace as fast as possible, because they don't want Fire Spirits pooping in their face. It's a bit disrespectful, you know, to have the fire spirits just pooping on your side of the arena. I'm going to miner here with a 1 HP berserker just for the troll factor. I don't necessarily want to keep this berserker alive. I just want to see if it gets a hit. You know, it's not going to do that much, but it does force out arrows yet again. Wait, that's kind of impactful. I could maybe furnace first, skeleton barrel to force out the fireball, and then go in for a skeleton barrel, like minion horde, dual lane pressure. I think that's the game plan. Oh, he fell for our trap card yet again. Okay, we're protecting the minion horde this time. We're going to go skeleton barrel first. Then we're going to go minion horde. He's going to minions right on top of this probably. Yes! Get cooked, bro! Get cooked! How is he expected to stop this without arrows in cycle? The game's just over. Yeah, he was too busy emoting, and now he is, he's crying. It's a real representation of how he's feeling. People feel pressure to kill the skeleton barrel and furnace as quick as they can, giving you ample opportunities to snatch the game with your minion horde. Let's go! We got a game against Mr. Bailey. Mrs. Ashley. I guess he's Mr. Bailey with Mrs. Ashley, and they're married or something. Bro's got furnace, so you guys know the deal. I am definitely going to poison that. The best way of cleaning up the furnace is always poison, because you get guaranteed damage on the tower. You get a positive bit of value as well, because you're dealing damage and cleaning up a 4 elixir card. And then, of course, it instills fear into the opponent, because one of their best anti-air responses that they have built into their deck to kill minions and bats is not going to be available to clean up your skeleton barrel and your minion horde. So our strat here is to simply figure out what he's playing before we do anything silly. Wow. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it seems to me like the furnace has longer range than it should. I don't feel that it should outrange a cannon like that, but it did. The cannon literally wasn't even touching it. Okay, so he's obviously going to furnace. Let's go in for a miner and make a prediction on that. See if we can hit it. Yeah, let's go. We're making magic moves with our minion horde and miner. And I don't know if the furnace spawns anymore after the nerf. Yeah. So because the furnace spawns way slower, if it ends up not spawning the fire spirits in time, it's useless. You have to spawn the furnace in the back so you can get maximum fire spirits. You don't want to be dropping it aggressively because it doesn't have the time to build up enough fire spirits to make it worthwhile. Actually, for me, I personally would prefer to cycle it as far back as possible. And I don't even think it's that useful of a card regularly. I'm just trying to get the evolution so I can poop out fire spirits with my little laxative lad that he just loves pooping fire spirits. This is one goal and his one destiny in life, you know. Unfortunately, Lightning's going to put in a lot of work. So well played on the opponent's end. I got to give him credit where credit is due. Did not expect him to have that. He did kind of cook me there. So I'm not going to be cycling my furnace in the side where he is going to get lightning value like that, because furnace on the other side, while it wouldn't have done that much damage on the side that we wanted, it would have forced out extra elixir or something. What the heck? How is Berserker that good? That is unimaginably overpowered. That is hilarious. All right, so I'm just going to use the furnace, and I'm going to let it go by itself. And it should be good enough because the cannon's out of cycle as well. I wonder if he's going to lightning on the Berserker. I probably wouldn't if I was him, but you never know. Oh, he's logging too. All right, is he just cooked? If I go skeleton barrel with double evolutions, how is he expecting to kill our laxative lad? There's no way. Oh my goodness. We're pooping skeletons and fire spirits and everything tonight. We are going to delight while we are staying in the fight. Our units are here still. Wait, let's get his Berserker really close and then have it attack our Berserker and force that extra elixir. Oh my goodness. All right, little laxative lad coming back. See what we can do. He's going to probably cycle some stuff that's going to be obnoxious, but our laxative lad wins for sure. I'd win. And then I'll poison on his Berserker. I still can't believe how much damage Berserker did. It is an underrated card for sure. Okay, let's Skeleton Barrel in front. And then win our Furnace race. Put him in a place where he can't necessarily come back with a Hog Rider. Drop our Berserker here because that's all we really need on defense. And poison on the tower. So even if he lightnings on the Berserker and the Berserker dies instantly, his Hog Rider's at like negative HP. So it's not going to stand long enough to hit our tower like 5 times to win the match. W's all around, we take those, and we move on to the next one. Okay, this might be our last game of the day. I ended up having a lot of fun with this deck, and I want to end in a banger. I want to incinerate some foes real fast. Wow, my words are tough right there. I was saying fast, and I feel like I rushed it out of my mouth, and I just definitely am not speaking English the right way today. Anyway, we're going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel left side and maybe go for a Miner. I like counter pushing with Furnace and dropping it in the back and not really dropping it aggressively at the bridge, as you guys can see. So we like to take our time. We like to kindle a friendship with our opponent and maybe get him to drop a bad cycle. Like, he'll probably have pigs here. How do we still get a Fire Spear? The Fire Spear is just like randomly spawned out of nowhere. Anyway, we'll take that. I'm going to go for another Furnace as often as I possibly can with the Berserker. I think Berserker might be one of the best cards in the game based off of just how well it does on defense for 2 elixir. Like goblins, here, they do the same amount of damage or a bit more, but they're loggable. They're going to die to spells, especially if your opponent has something like Goblin Curse. Berserker only going to give the opponent like 1 unit. And it's not going to instantaneously die to Rage plus Curse. The most dreaded combo of the game. All right, so definitely want him to make the wrong decision here, but he will probably have to go for Minion Horde Split if I'm playing this correctly, because Royal Delivery gets too much value. So I want to go in for Berserker on the right side and then go Miner on the left and just see how this goes. I want my ranged minions to make you feel the pain. Oh, is he pulling it to the middle and then attempting to go in for a delivery or something? Nah, he's just going to go drop the ability and waste it. Nice. We take those. Definitely a good trade if he loses this. Oh, no. Well, it's not terrible because we poison log. We kill those little piggies. And he's wasting elixir with this log. That was awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever done that before. Poison plus log on piggies and Archer Queen. But that was really the only way I could have killed it. So looking at my hand, I feel like we devised a plan to destroy his pigs and turn them into burnt bacon. I might go in for a skeleton barrel on the other side, or no, you know what's better? Forcing his cannon here with the mortar. He's gonna cannon, he's gonna cannon, he's gonna cannon. Do it! Oh, wait, that's not the cannon that we... Wait, no, that is the cannon we wanted. He missed it. He straight up just whiffed it all. Let's go for a minion horde here. Let's stand tall, baby. All right, I'm gonna cycle furnace. Why is he earthquaking on that? I mean, there's a chance he's able to defend this, but I hope not. I'm gonna use the furnace to stack up more stuff and potentially get a better trade. If he goes in for an earthquake and kills our furnace with earthquake plus log, I'm going to cry. There's no way that works. All right, fortunately it doesn't. I wonder if the evolved furnace is going to put enough work to justify cycling in the back there. Because we did give him earthquake log on it. Delivery doesn't kill it instantaneously, but it probably does with the next log, and it does. Diabolical work. All right, we're going to have to posture our furnace a little bit further up to disincentivize him from going in for another earthquake. Oh, if you're unaware, poison plus log does kill Archer Queen. So if he goes invisible, it's just dead. So that's awesome. A good trade for us. I can go Berserker, and then I can cycle a mortar up top. It's nice knowing those types of interactions, like poison plus log kills Archer Queen, because fireball log doesn't, by the way. It's some small things that that will separate you from getting a win and a loss with this deck. If you don't know those interactions, you got to start learning them, because they make the difference in life and death in here. So I said life and death. I meant life. All right. Okay. I am really slipping up out here, but we're not slipping up in the gameplay. At least we can go another minion horde here, and then maybe go for a furnace in the back. Skeleton barrel on the wrong side that he's not expecting. Maybe if we separate our stuff, we're going to get good trades. Always going to take poison plus log on that. The only way to reliably kill it. Oh, wait, no, it's dead. It's dead regardless. We killed it with Fire Spirit and minion shots. He wasn't even anticipating defending that, I guess. Interesting. Just keep splitting minion horde in the back. Wait, no, he went in for delivery. I think we can send it. I think we can full send it here. He goes in for hogs at least. Not gonna, though. All right, we'll still send it. We'll still send it. He's going to be a couple cards away. He'll get back to it in time. I don't know what I'm doing that. I don't know why I'm doing that to myself. Unless we can kill the entire Archer Queen. Oh, is the Archer Queen going to get torched by minions? And maybe we can keep one of them alive, too, if we're lucky. Nah, it's dead. Minions are still so freaking good, though. I'm going to log, go in for another Berserker. Probably go and cycle another minion horde in the back. And then definitely want to go Furnace with the Berserker to clean up those really obnoxious piggies. Skeleton Barrel on the other side that he's not expecting. Drop our miner. Dual lane pressure is imperative to play this deck when your opponent has Royal Delivery, because obviously you can't just bash minion horde into someone that has Royal Delivery and expect to win. It's just never going to work. Also, since we have Furnace just continuously pooping out as many Fire Spirits as possible, it's difficult for him to ever find an opportunity to go for Royal Hogs into us. I'm going to go for another Skeleton Barrel here. Throw a miner at him. Definitely want to go for a poison on that Archer Queen, because if we can kill that with log, then we are going to win the game, because the Archer Queen is really the only way that we lose. Wait, Skeleton's on the tower? Okay, Skeleton, say less. Oh my goodness, I'm winning the game on the right side. Screw it, I'm winning the game on the right side. It's going to happen. It's happening there. Let's go. 4 seconds remaining, but the buzzer beater didn't even have to happen. We snacked on the tower with skeletons, showing how vicious they truly are. Minions, swipe the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.